Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to another week in the life of running our dealership, NG Supercars.
So you're recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and Randy is over there hiding. He'll appear here and there. And we have a bunch of Ferraris here, and we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff with Ferraris this week. So we welcome you to join us as we run our business, buy and sell cars, work on cars, and I spend a lot of time on the computer. Actually, I'll be flying out to Los Angeles on Monday. Today is Wednesday. So I'm going to a YouTube conference of all things. This is my life now. Those are words that never, ever should have come out of my mouth at any point in my life prior to this. I don't know how that happened. Whatever. So I'm going to go to a YouTuber conference thingy on Monday, and I'm probably going to go look at some other cars that maybe we can buy. But I'm going to give you a status of the shop, tell you what's going on, and then we're going to try and get some work done because we just got back from having fun. We actually got to do something fun for once. We went out to Fredericksburg and drove the Twisted Sisters, and it was awesome. We had a lot of fun, drove really hard. I beat the snot out of that Golf R that we have, and it was fun. And we are reorganizing this area of the shop. So I'll show you our organization system once I get it better situated. So we just bought this giant 1,000-pound cabinet to put parts stuff in there so that we can be organized. That's the plan anyway. We're going to try. And so, yeah, stuff's going to get changed. So you might see some stuff moving around. And how you feeling, Randy?
Recovering.
Yeah?
Hydrates.
I think we're both a bit hungover. I'm not in my A game today.
The drive back felt weird
Driving
slow and
slow,
not so
yeah.
spirited.
I was laughing because the Golf said when I started the drive that I had 225 miles of. It still had 225 miles of range when I got within like 10 miles of the shop because it was because I was driving at civil. Yeah, I was not just constantly at 100% throttle. So anyway, what do we got going on? Well, this is a client's car. We're gonna do some work on fixing a leak out of the side of the transmission. We're also gonna send off the brake calipers to get repainted yellow. That'll look better, I think. Don't you think? Yeah, it'll look better.
That
Yeah, give a little oomph.
Silver on silver.
Just kind of,
uninspired.
yeah. And then that thing's almost done, right?
Yep.
We're doing like an oil change and.
Finishing up the oil change. Brake flush.
Oh, that's right. Brake. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just a little bit of track prep for
He's gonna be
his new home.
playing hard with that thing. That thing's not gonna be living an easy life.
We get started his life at the track, and now it's moving to its next.
Onto another track. Another client's car, just here to get an oil change, and we're gonna look it over, make sure it's all set, because he wanted it to be shored up before he does an event. So we'll do that in the next day or two. Josh's car, waiting on his bumper. The 360 is close to being done with the conversion. So there is the clutch line run, and I believe, yes, the tower is in, and so are the shift cables. And coming back here, look at this. We have a transmission in place. Oh my. Yeah, not bad. We're close on that one. All right. This one's also ready to progress on its conversion. So we sent out the intake and the valve covers to get repainted. Those are done. So we just need to go pick them up and pay for them. And then we can put the transmission back in and start wrapping up this thing. Once we get it on the ground, then we're going to pull out the dashboard. So that will be a whole thing. Yay. And then what else is going on? All right. Well, we have a Golf R that's outside for sale that I just got to drive and have fun with. We got this car, which is technically for sale, although it's not on the website yet because we were going to try and get the bumper repainted and some other stuff. But I do have someone who's interested, so I need to take some pictures of it and send them to them. Got the RS6 Avant, still for sale. The Bentley Aston Martin, all for sale. And that car is already sold. And yay, the wheel is back. And look at that. They fixed the dent in the wheel. So now it's not so dented. That's a good thing. So we're just waiting for conversion parts. And then we're going to do a conversion on that car. It's also getting a clutch. So it's going to get some work. Well, this car is for sale too. This one is on the website. And we're working on some deals. So by the time this video comes out, it's highly probable this car will be sold. It is such a good spec. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Rosa Corsa with the Nero interior and the red piping. Yeah, that looks good. Well, that's kind of all that's going on in the shop at the moment. We do have our detailer coming out to detail the Golf and get it clean so it's not so disgusting. Because she's dirty. And I need to get on the computer and catch up on all the stuff I ignored for the last 48 hours. And Randy's gonna do things that make noise and cause cars to go vroom. All right, Porsche people. The GT4 RS is ready to go. New brake fluid, engine oil. That was it, right? That's it. It's gonna go get thrashed to the track. So Josh is asking the owner if I can do a review, because I would like to review this car, because I've not driven the new GT4 RS, and I would like to, a lot. Well, we got in this 458, which is already sold. So the guy who bought it is supposed to come grab it. He was gonna get it, I think, tomorrow, but we have a problem. Readiness monitors. Yeah, that whole thing again. It's a good looking car. All right, well, I got my plan for the day then. I'll review a Porsche GT4 RS. Oh, that I'm excited about. Well, just did the review of a GT4 RS, and good Lord, that car. Oh my God. I really, really, really like that car. That was pretty exciting. I enjoyed that. I got caught up on the emails, I think, and all my computer crap, so yeah. I can do something else now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Hang on to that thought. I'll see what I can figure out. Well, it's late in the day, time to go home. My brain still hurts from being hungover. we had a little bit too much fun yesterday. Oh, you know what was kind of interesting is the Bluetooth on that Volkswagen is super aggressive. It was connecting to my phone in my office way over there. So our detailer was cleaning the car and doing the interior, and every time you open up the door or whatever, it would turn on the infotainment and it would start connecting to my Bluetooth. So it kept interrupting phone calls and doing all this weird shit, and it was really, really, really annoying. So so I'd go on my phone and delete it from my phone. Well, it would just reconnect anyway. So it turns out you got to delete it from the car. If you delete it from the car, then it won't reconnect to your phone. Strange. Anyway, I need to get home. I have to go help at the home front. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning, YouTube. It is Thursday, which means tonight is the Thursday Night Live. You should join us almost every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central. We have a live where we discuss what's going on in the world, what's going on with cars, talking about business, talking about stuff. It's usually pretty fun, kind of silly, and there's drinking involved. So it can't be a bad thing, right? Well, we got a lot of stuff to do today, I think. Usually that's how it is. I know Josh is going to try and finish up his car. Randy had to take care of his kiddos this morning, so he's not in yet. And I just ran to the paint shop and picked up the valve covers and the intake manifold for the gray car. So that can finally get buttoned up. And once we get that, then we'll have the conversion done. Then we still got to pull the dashboard and send the dash out to get fixed. But check these out. Oh, yes. Let me unwrap them and show you the glorious repainted valve covers and intake manifold. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That is some dead sexy stuff. Woo. Yes. So, yeah, these are powder coated, which means they pretty much will never fail again. It should be good for the rest of its life. Certainly a lot longer than the crappy crinkle coat paint that they put on Ferraris from the factory. So, by the way, if you need this sort of stuff done, send your car to us. We can do this sort of work. It's actually not, so the labor removing the parts can be quite expensive, but the actual painting part is not ridiculously expensive. But it does take a while. The place we use is really good, and everyone knows they're good, so they kind of get backed up. That's how it is. Like, when you find good places, they're usually busy, and that's a good sign. So if you find the place that they're like, we can get you in tomorrow, you're like, that's a concern. Well, anyway, those are all set, so we'll get those back in this car fairly soon. I think we're going to try and button up the 360 first, though, so we can get that off to get the front bumper and the front clip repainted, because that's going to take a week or two, so that needs to happen. I thought the GT4 RS was supposed to get picked up on Friday. I think the 458 was supposed to get picked up today, but the readiness monitors have not reset, so we need to do that. And we're going to have to do an oil change on that 48, so all three of these cars will be going away shortly, and then that car should be going away fairly soon. So we're going to be quickly approaching a lot less full house. Wait, that makes sense? Yeah. It won't be quite as full a house. There you go. That's better words. I know how to English good. Anyway, that's what's going on. We also have a spare disserator. Yes, the disserator. So we actually have a spare one, and what we started doing is every time, so we just recently sold the other one or swapped it out, and we're just kind of swapping this in and out of cars and then taking the shitty one and sending it off to get painted because, you know, it takes like a week or two. So we're trying to keep it where we always have a disserator on the shelf ready to go. If someone like, hey, the disserator needs to be painted or it looks like shit, swap it out. Because, you know, that happens frequently. It's like this one starting to go, not terrible. This was actually good. Well, it's super common. I mean, it's still the same wrinkle coat, crinkle coat, paint, whatever you call it. It fails, looks like shit. Well, now we have one on the shelf. Nice. I'm going to jump on the computer, get the day started, and we're going to get shit done today. All right, YouTube. I realized I didn't film much today. It's 2 something or 3? I don't know. What time is it? Almost 3. Doing a truffle shuffle. We need to get certain cars off certain lifts, so we're moving stuff around. All right, YouTube. It's the end of the day. It is Thursday, which means 8 p.m. Central, Thursday Night Live. Join us. Got pictures of the golf. We didn't get them uploaded, but we should get that listed on the website fairly soon. And we put on our big boy pants and we signed up for some really cool software. So we're gonna be changing stuff. Like I said, we've been trying really hard to improve, get more efficient, and do better. We want to do a better job for you guys. So we're trying. And that's one of the things that I'm working on over there. So that's what I've been doing most of the day. I think Randy got some progress on the 360. It's not quite there yet. Should be soon. Or at least driving soon. And then we'll get that one done. Then, man, we got 3 more conversions already in the queue. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube. It is Friday, and Randy is getting that car all serviced up. It's going to be great. So this is a client's car, a friend of ours, and we're doing an oil change. Just inspecting it because he's got some stuff he wants to do and make sure it's not going to blow up on the stuff. That's a good thing.
We never want the blowing up.
The blowing ups of the stuffs is bad. So basically we're doing a once over. So far, other than the oil change, the only thing we saw was one of the brake sensors was disconnected. Or I shouldn't say it was disconnected.
It just clipped into the
wasn't
pad.
Yeah, it wasn't in the pad. So it was reading nothing. But, you know, those things are just binary switches. It's just either on or off. So your brakes are either good or bad.
Open circuit wire.
Yeah, it just, as soon as the pads rub it enough, it splits the circuit goes open, and then the computer goes, my brake pads. So that's why you have to replace them. It's a single-use thing. But that car will be all set, I'm assuming, shortly, and then he'll be working on other stuff. This car is supposed to be going away in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So we've got a detailer coming out, and he's going to have to do the old quick wash. Quick. Get it clean. Yeah, very, very quickly. Because we'd like it to look nice for him. We did some service on this car as well. We did oil change, brake fluid flush, and some other stuff, and cleaned it up. This car has only I think it was 6,000 or 7,000 miles. Maybe it was 8. It's low miles, but we all noticed the doors on this car shuts perfectly. This is exactly how a brand new Ferrari should sound. Listen to this. Ready? It's so good. It's just boom. Versus this one's got No, this one's actually fairly low mile if I remember right. But listen. All right, ready? A little bit of jiggle. Not quite as stout. That one's just thunk. Done. It's actually the first time any of us have ever really specifically noted a 458 door and been like, wow, that one's really good. Yeah, it should be. It's in phenomenal condition. I mean, we had it up on the lift yesterday and everything underneath is clean and it's a good car. I don't think we have any other particular deals today. That car is supposed to go away some point. It's ready to rock. We did service on that car. I'll have to email that owner and tell him, hey, his car's going to be ready once it's ready. I don't want to tell him it's ready until it's ready because you never know. As he's looking around, we might find something else. Hopefully not. Now I need to get going on the new software we bought. So I spent some time on it last night before the live stream. By the way, the live stream. Hope you guys joined us last night. It was super fun. Lots of good conversation. And people were asking good questions. We talked about fun stuff. It was great. What do you think? Should Randy be on the live stream next week?
We can negotiate that.
We can negotiate it? I think we need to have a video just introducing Randy. Like officially. Hi, Randy.
Here I am.
You're introduced. There. That's the video. That's the entirety of the video. Now, we'd love to talk to Randy. And I don't know. You guys could ask him questions in a live stream. I'm sure you'd love that.
Oh, yeah. It'd be great.
We're going to throw him into the fire soon enough. Okay, I'm going to work on the computer. He's going to work on that. We'll get some stuff done. Things are happening. Okay, they're loading up the gray 458. So that one's getting out of here. We just got in this car. I'll talk about it in a moment. It's already sold, so sorry. It's going to get some work done. That's a consultation client. We flew out and inspected it. It was in Orlando. We bought it from another dealer that we actually have worked with multiple times. So cool. We'll get this 458 loaded, get it out of here. Randy and I are going to do lunch. Yeah, it's going to be sweet. Okay, YouTube. It has been nuts. It's like 1:30. I haven't had a chance to do anything because I've been running around. Okay, the 458 is gone. That's good. We got it loaded in the trailer, and then right as we were loading that in the trailer, the guy who owns the 488 came to pick up his 488, and he brought his wife, and they looked at the Golf and like, this is really cool. They took it out for a test drive. So I don't know. Maybe they're gonna buy the Golf. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. That was unexpected. It was just like, oh yeah, okay, cool. So anyway, this car is a client's car. We did a consultation. We went out and inspected it and all that jazz. And so it's here getting some service before he takes possession of it. So I don't know yet. I got to ask Josh what all's being done to it, but I know it's some stuff, but it's sold. So don't ask. So that's sold. Client car sold. Shop. Those 2 are for sale. Those 3 are for sale. So all the 5 back there, those 5 are for sale. Geez. And Josh is currently in California looking at another, I think 458. That's for us. That's right. It's a red tan. It's higher a mile. I think 458 coupe. I don't know the specs. I can't remember now. Josh is handling that one. So hopefully it goes well. I haven't heard from him yet. He probably should know pretty soon if it's good or not. Anyway, the goal was Randy and I wanted to have lunch. To like just have lunch because we never get to have lunch. I don't know if that's going to happen now. We'll find out. But and he's pulling the brake calipers off because we're going to send the brake calipers off. Yeah, making a mess. Lots of ewy stuff.
Controlled chaos.
Ooh, yeah. Brake fluid everywhere. Yay!
They want the pistons out so we can
Yeah.
get everything nice and clean, and then they'll strip them and powder coat them yellow.
That's to look better. I mean, he's not wrong doing this.
The silver on silver is kind of.
It's just kind of muted.
It lacks the pop.
Like, yeah, it's a Ferrari. Like, it's kind of got a tame color. So having a little pop on the brakes, I think this is the right decision from this client to change those to yellow. It's worth it. So yeah, that's a service that we can provide for you. If you want to bring us your car, we'll rip the calipers off, send them out, and get them painted, powder coated actually. So it's better than paint. So that's gonna be here for probably, I'm gonna guess, a week or so. They take usually about a week to get that done. Hey, and then what's going on? Oh, the new lift arms for those 2 lifts are shipping out. So we should get those in hopefully a week or 2. And that'll make our lives easier here because those lift arms do not work for Ferraris. That was my bad. If you saw that video, I totally screwed that one up. They work. It takes a lot of effort. Okay. I'm caught up on the computer at the moment. I'm still learning our new service system. It supposedly reports to Carfax. So I want to verify that with some of the cars that we just serviced. So that means when we get cars for the dealership, so like let's say we get a car in and then we're going to sell it, we'll actually create an invoice and bill it to ourselves so that it'll report to Carfax so that we can actually help you guys start having history on the cars on the Carfax. So when cars come in for conversion, we'll always ask if you want it to be converted. I don't know if you can optionally tell it to not send it to Carfax. The system might force it now. Conversions, I don't know. Conversion people might not want. Yeah, they probably want it, but whatever. Anyway, we'll figure all this out as we learn the new system. That's, yeah, one of my goals over the next week or two. All right, YouTube. It's late in the day. I actually have to run to the bank before they close, so I'm going to wrap up the rest of my day at home after dropping off some stuff at the bank. Got to drop off a check. So 458's gone. That 458 we got to work on. That 458, the brakes are off. We're going to get those sent out and get those done up in yellow, which is awesome. Porsche should be picked up soon. Actually, funny enough, the guy who's picking up his 48, his wife might be buying the Golf. So we might have a deal on that. I don't know. So we'll find out. He said give him till Monday. I think we listed on the website, but it's not like got all pictures and stuff. So I'll just hold back on publishing it. Ah, crap. That's what I got to do when I get home. I actually need to relist some of the cars on the website, change some of the prices and stuff. So I need to do that. What a crazy week. It's been a good week. It's been really busy. Lots of stuff happening. And I'm going to go home and I'm going to go hang out with my wife and stuff. So I guess I'll see you guys on Monday. So have a good weekend. Well, good morning, YouTube. It's about 4:30 in the morning, and I forgot to bring my computers and stuff I need to inspect cars. So we're flying out to LA this morning, which is actually not to inspect a car, to go to a YouTube training conference thing that I got invited to. I guess they do that when you have a bigger channel. But I'm trying to double up and see if I can't get any cars to inspect. So if I can, I want to have the tools just in case. So I don't particularly have a car scheduled at the moment, but I need the tools just in case. So I had to drive back in super early in the morning just to do that. Yeah. So let's go to the airport, go fly to LA. All right, 5:45, made it through. Security took about a half an hour, which wasn't too bad, but it was definitely longer than I think I've ever had it in Austin, or at least in the last, I don't know, while. Everyone's still in that panic mode because of all the TSA stuff. So, anyway, you hear a lot of people missing flights, pissed off, all this stuff, but went pretty smooth. Had the clear with pre-checks, that helped a lot. The line for regular pre-check was literally out the door. I think the problem is now everyone's so panicked, they're showing up 3-4 hours early. So all the flights that leave between like 6 and 9 a.m. just back up. All right, in LA, half hour early. Gotta wait for the shuttle to go get my rental car, and I'm gonna probably go look at a car or two before the YouTube thing. So we'll see how that goes. All right, YouTube, we've got my sweet ass Nissan Altima. It's finally happened. I've been waiting for the day that I'd get a Nissan Altima, and I finally got one. And it's a turd. But they changed up the whole LA rental car thing. It's a totally new facility. And it's way slower. It sucks. Yeah, this sucks. So now I need to figure out where the hell I'm going. I don't know where the hell I'm going. And then I need to figure out if I can go to this one dealership and go look at their car. Yeah, kind of nuts. All right, YouTube. I drove to where I'm supposed to go meet up this guy. I found a 458. Well, actually, I found it on the airplane. I called. They're getting the car over to the place where I'm going to go meet them and talk about the car. It was off-site or something like that, so I just parked on some back road, made some phone calls, answering emails, just getting some work done while I wait, because he said he won't be there until like 11. It's only like 10:30, so I've got another half hour. I've been chilling here for about a half hour, just whatever. I'm just trying to get a little bit of stuff done, be productive instead of just sitting around wasting all this time. But hopefully this 458 isn't a total waste of time. I mean, we'll see. I'm trying real hard to find good cars. It's just really challenging right now. All right, let's go check out this 458. See if it's good or not. Hopefully. All right, so checked out two 458s, and neither are super good. Prices, the current market's so expensive that, I mean, they're priced at retail, which is, I mean, it's a dealership. They're priced where they should be, but it's at prices where I can't make any money. So, and it sounds like they're not really willing to negotiate much. So I might make them an offer, but I want to kind of like do a little bit more research on it. But overall, probably not going to make an offer. Probably not going to buy either, which is too bad. Well, we're at the Marriott again. So I gotta have the same view almost every time. There's the Hilton. And the airport's over there and there, although that runway's closer. Well, the day was good, I guess, because the YouTube stuff was the primary goal. The cars, unfortunately, kind of was a bust today. So I'm a little bit disappointed with that. I was hoping to maybe get at least one car lined up. Sorry, guys. It's tough right now. There is not a lot of good cars to buy, and the ones that are out there are extremely expensive. So I'm gonna grab some dinner, go to bed, and like I said, I changed my flight, so I am flying butt ass early tomorrow morning back home. So that way I can at least have some stuff I can accomplish at home, since there was nothing I could really do here. Well, I'm back at the shop. Hey, look, the Bentley's gone. It's been replaced with a Porsche. Small upgrade. Oh, look at this.
Spent a lot of time
Dang.
and trying to find matching appropriate hardware. And
This is like, you realize this is the end of an era. When this goes away, it officially like resolves the flood in its entirety. That's awesome. All right, YouTube, check it out. We just drove briefly Scott's old 360. It just went down the street and back. Need some adjustments on the cables, and I think we need to add some power steering fluid, because if you recall, well, you probably don't recall because it's been 9 months or whatever, we had to change out some of the power steering lines because they got messed up. I think we need to bleed the power steering system. But oh, look at his keys way up on the dash. About to get inhaled into the dash vent. We should probably grab that. It's gonna disappear. Be like, I'm done. Oh, look at that spider. What's up, bro?
Dude, there's been spiders on everything. Everything I pulled out of the bed. Oh, that one's fast. He was gone.
He's gonna get you.
There he is. I must keep him in there for when you got it.
Oh, okay. I mean, whatever. Well, the Golf is gone. They decided to come grab it today, so that's gone. We'll talk about Jeff's car in the next video. But check this out. Josh is washing the 360. Oh, wow. It looks really good. Oh, my gosh. Holy cow, look at that. Dang. Dude, it looks great. That's awesome. Well, it's probably a good place to end this video, I think. It's been a busy week. Well, we're back down to like, we own those two Ferraris. Those are the only two in inventory right now. That's in inventory, but it's not ours, it's consignment. That's in inventory, it's not ours, consignment. And the GT4 is already sold, just pending pickup. And that one's sold also. Just waiting on the parts to do a conversion on that one. So we have 1, 2, 3 conversions still to do. That car's waiting on the brakes to come back from paint. Got to do inspection on that one, and we actually got a surprise for you on this one. But again, we'll talk about that in another video. But that's it for this week. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much again, as always, for watching. Go check out normalguyssupercar.com and MG Supercars, our websites. We'll see you guys in the next one. We're going to do a lot of cool car stuff. You want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.